Never thought I would be able to own this. Didn't plan on doing it either. We were taking our girl to LV to buy her a nice wallet, or to look really. The Murakami collab had come out like 2-3 weeks prior. We saw this wallet and I said, if you like it, we'll go buy it, see if they're available, because they do hold or appreciate in value since it's a special collaboration. I also just want them to have nice item that they can appreciate having. Her current wallet is just functional. She hates it. Well, she doesn't hate it, but she has no love or opinion on it. It's just functional. If she got an LV, she would be proud whenever she uses it. Find small moments to appreciate the great item she has, you know. She's a great kid and I care deeply about her, so I want to spoil her a bit. I'm still trying to find that balance. It's a bit hard to say no to her. I do understand the consequences of giving such great items to kids so young, but I truly think the parents have raised them so well. The foundation, it's great. So me adding this little topping and telling them, or trying to teach them to buy one great thing rather than, you know, a few $30, $50 a bag from H&M or Zara, it's not going to last and you're not going to appreciate it as much as, say, you know, an LV bag. Okay, so we got to LV. Sadly, they didn't have the wallet, but they had the Speedy on shelf, and I knew this was on display and it had been sold out for a while now. I asked if my wife and my kid can try them on, just trying to show them something that they can't have, you know, trying to humble them. And then the salesman said, dude, if you love it, I'll actually put in an order for you, you know, pre-order. I didn't think it was possible without being a VIP, and he said 10K a year for VIP status. I have not reached that. Now here's why I think my kids and wife think happened. I wore this LV jacket, my wife wore this Goyard bag, my kid wore her LV bag, we dressed nicely, we talked to them nicely, we were polite. So I think it was all of that that got us the chance to pre-order. The last time I was at this LV, some older dude didn't even want to sell me a bag that is in store. It was the Never For Ya Ya collab. And at these high-end stores, the sales associate do have a decent power and they do abuse it. Some bad ones, they abuse it badly. Some good one, like this guy, he was a gentleman to us. Anyway, we placed the order. He said it might take 4 to 5 months because it's popular. Everybody wants to be on the wait list. However, it came 2 months later. We picked it up right away when we got the email. The Speedy came out around 1930s, almost as old as my back. This was when Gaston Louis Vuitton was in charge, the grandson of Louis. The bag was most prominently associated with Audrey Hepburn. She wore it from when she was 20 to when she was in her 60s. At first, LV didn't make 25, but according to my research, Audrey talked to LV and said she wanted a smaller one, a more daily driver one, which is how we got the 25, the best size in my opinion. I do wish this tie between actress and bag would be more prominent, as like Hermes Birkin to Jane Birkin. I love Audrey's humanitarian effort, so I want people to know that this bag is associated to her. Originally, the Speedy does not come with a removable shoulder strap. They were only introduced recently. They called this Speedy the Bandouliere. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. If you simply want a regular Speedy, they release them in so many different colors and material, and they're much cheaper than this collab. The first collaboration between Murakami and LV showed up in spring/summer 2003. Marc Jacobs sent a few models out first and showed off the collab, and then the regular looks came out. I believe this was the first time LV did anything, because they love their brown color. You know, it's synonymous with the house. By the way, I do apologize for the quality of the video. Can hardly see the backs, but it's the best I can find. My dumbass completely forgot that I can just look up photos. So here's a clearer view of all the bags that came out on the runway. For the 2025 re-edition, these drop will happen or has happened depending on the time of when I release this video. The first is the multicolor, the second is the cherry blossom, the third will be the cherry. I believe the multicolor is the most popular, and then cherry blossom, my opinion, but since it's my video, it is now fact. Surprisingly, a lot of way to wear it. Of course, you can wear a crossbody. When I do this, I mainly prefer keeping it on the back because it looks and feels the best. When it's on the front, the shape is a bit distracting or a bit too three-dimensional. You can wear it on the side, but again, the shape makes it a bit uncomfortable where your hand goes. You care about the bag, you know, so you don't want to squish it too much, and your hands sometimes they get dirty, so you don't want to place it there. You can, of course, wear it over the shoulder. I have a bit of a harder time with this because my shoulder does not keep the bag steady. I have to hold the strap here or hold it here to keep it on my shoulder. Even doing so, still hard to keep it there, so I rarely do this. You can also hold onto the strap. The beautiful thing about the strap is they calculate it perfectly for you to do this. Actually, the bag will hit the stair when you shift in heights. If it's flat though, comfortably able to do this. When you climb the stair, bring it up a bit higher so it doesn't hit the dirty stair. You can of course wear it as a dork or with a head like this, front and back. I actually like it. Most people won't because they want to look sophisticated. I don't care. I'm just having fun with my life. And now with no strap, I mean, you can keep the strap there, but it does look a bit more busy. It's fine. Like, I like it, but I can see your point if you don't. Simply put the strap in the bag and you're good. You can hold on to it with the Toron top handles. You can do one, but it's not balanced, or wear both. You can of course dangle here a bit past the hand, Women seem to love this. I don't find it comfortable at all. You can have it sit on your elbow. I can do this without a thick jacket. My girls have smaller arms, so they can do this comfortably with a jacket or without. Sadly, you can't wear it over the shoulder. We'll talk more about this later. Lastly, you can hold on to it like a pouch. When I searched up Toron and LV website, a lot of short handles showed up. I looked up what Toron means in English. It says strand. If you know why it's called a Toron top handle, please let me know. I think I meant French. It says strand. I appreciate that it's not flat handle. The rounded, thicker handles make it a bit more ergonomic to carry. It doesn't hurt the arms. Also, since it's more rare than the flat, it feels a bit new and looks a bit new. These handles, you're meant to be able to carry it on your hand and of course on your elbow. It's a trend in Munich right now for these bags. They're no longer into crossbody. All the girls like middle school, high school, college, even old people, they love it under the armpit or on the elbow or carry it by hand at the moment. My wife and I were the only one that wear a crossbody now. I tried to wear it for as long as I could on the elbow. It was over in less than 10 minutes because the bag keeps on hindering my movement. I'm constantly hitting it or the bag getting in the way of me trying to do something. If the bag was more two-dimensional like this, it would be a bit easier. Maybe get the mini Speedy if you want an easier time, but then you lose all the practicality. I tried having it in my hand, surprisingly a bit easy the other way earlier. However, it does get tiring. Fine to use your phone, again heavy. Love the red color. I think it's hand painted, a bit of black in there. If you can see, the stroke of the paint isn't consistent. LV is known for their quality control, so they wouldn't put this out without it being on purpose. I like how it's shaped out or spread out to this triangle shape, make it a bit more dynamic. I appreciate this part right here a lot. However, I think it would have been a lot better if it was all smooth circular. They do touch my hand sometimes and it's a bit intrusive. Aesthetically though, it's great. Love the handle. Functionally, could be better. Stitching is great. Love the yellow stitching. It's classy to me. If they were to do red, it would feel a bit too oldie. LV stitching is some of the best on the market. Whatever machines they got, it's top notch. Think coffee machine, you know, they got that 30, 50K coffee machine. And when you look at Michael Kors, it's a $50 coffee machine from Target. By the way, I think they did a Toron handle because they don't want to cannibalize other bags. If the handles are longer and you can wear it under your arms, a lot of other bags wouldn't sell as well. Now, if you get the Speedy, you might get a shoulder bag too, because the Speedy, you can't wear it under your armpit. The handles are then attached to this thick rectangle brass. Feels great, got a good weight to it, feels secure. I'm glad they didn't try to save the weight here. The rectangle brass are then attached to the handle mount. They're stitched all throughout and one giant screw with the LV logo to reinforce. Again, love this extra effort. LV sometimes also called this the handle patch. This bag is super old, so I'm sure there's a reason why the shape is the same since forever. Probably has to do something with stress relief, possibly tension and whatnot, because they do anticipate for you and I to stuff this bag. And again, people buy LV for longevity. This right here, very comfortable right now. I like it a lot. I can't really put it up my elbow because the jacket is quite large and my hands are not that small either. Look, I can barely get it in there. Difficult. Two D-rings on the side for when you want to use the shoulder strap. The D-rings are attached to the vachetta leather mount. However, this isn't stitched all the way down. You can kind of peel the bottom a bit. I would have loved for all over stitching, but it is cute that you can lift it up. I love the fact that the D-ring can spin 360 degrees. Just a great detail. No matter the twist and turn, you will not damage or crease the vachetta leather strap or the back because they will follow you 360 degrees. Fairly easy to clip on and take off. 10 out of 10. No other comment. The strap, they drop down 17.3 inches. It's a bit too short for crossbody, but it's perfect for over the shoulder and hold on to the strap because it doesn't touch the ground. Dude, the strap's too short for a crossbody. I think LV did that on purpose, so we're incentivized. Look at this fucking duck trying to poop on me. I hope you caught that. So they kind of incentivize you, like, hey man, we gave you a strap, but we offer a better option for $400. LV is a bitch for this, but I respect it from a business standpoint, but we should have gotten adjustable straight out of the bag. So red on the side, very cool. I like the red, but I would have loved pink. Pink is really growing on me lately. LV engraving on the edges, just a nice detail. Easy to clip on and off. The strap is great, but this Stefan Cook strap, goated. Also still mad that Lufthansa lost my other Stefan Cook strap and many more other items, including the Yao collab. I wore it with the Stefan strap on the second day and I never looked back. If you look here, you can see that it sits slightly better. That is because it's slightly longer than the strap that was given. See how a few millimeters can change everything? Now that it's longer, easier to wear a crossbody. The strap is also wider, so sit easier and far longer on my shoulder. The other downside though, you can't hold it like this too close to the ground, and when climbing the stair, it will get dirty. One flaw, the strap is quite big and heavy, so when I set the bag down, gotta slowly put it down and have it sit near the bag and not, you know, just land on the bag and then ruin the shape. Also, the strap is quite sensitive. It's buffalo horns, I believe, but my wife has broken one of the pebbles already. We fixed it, but you know, we broke one. Let's talk vachetta leather real quick. I don't want vachetta on the strap. They would discolor at most used spots, so the rest is clean, and then you get this super dark leather. Please consider using processed leather. I see the appeal of vachetta, shows the age, blah, 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 but again, it doesn't age the same everywhere. It looks like there are a few wet spots on here. When I make the 10 years of it, I will show you what I mean. Actually, I don't have to do that. Here's some photos. Strap, it's a bit too thin. I wish it was thicker, wider, and thicker. That would have been nice. But overall, I feel pretty. Wearing this bag makes me feel very pretty because, you know, LV, you see LV everywhere. We're in Munich, it's one of the richest cities in Europe, so there are so many LV, but to see a Murakami LV in public, it's very rare. I find it best when you wear it as a crossbody, to keep it all the way back or to keep it all the way to the front. Because it's so short, you can't really do it to the side because then your hands are just like this. And it's not as comfortable because the strap is not as long. So I prefer, look-wise, I prefer the strap on the back as you saw previously, but we'll see. I was wearing it sideways like this, and I had to get my wallet out to pay for my food. And it was a bit of a struggle because the strap is so close to the body, so it was a lot more difficult. If the strap was a bit longer, I would have more room to maneuver, you know. Shiny gold. I'm a fan. Sometimes it can be tacky, but not in this case. I think I'm only okay with gold on my bags, jewelry, and accents on loafers. When it's on my clothes, it's bad. One of the reasons why I could never get behind Versace. Gold is too brash on clothes. Double zipper, which is nice, has this cute detail for when you want to lock it up. I honestly never do. I don't know who would. Nobody would leave a bag behind. Try so hard to find if LV outsourced their zipper to YKK, Riri, or Lambo, or Murakami. I couldn't find anything. Most websites says YKK, but I don't believe LV would put YKK on there. 1. Optics. People see YKK on most product. If you want to be seen as high-end, you got to go above and beyond. If it is YKK, I believe it's Excella, or I hope LV has a deal with them where they custom made a high quality zipper than normal for LV. Has a decent sound. Mean looking teeth, feel really nice to the touch. It's good as it is, but if you say Makasy, what would you change? I would make the teeth bigger. Big enough to a point where people question why it's big, and if they ask me and say, you're talking about it, aren't you? Just a fun talking point, you know? Now, I wrote that before I wore it out in the cold. Right now it's super cold, right? My hands are red, as you can see. So when you try to reach in and the opening doesn't quite open that much, so you touch the teeth and it hurts because, you know, your hands are just a lot more sensitive. So when I tried to pull out my water bottle earlier, I went in and just, oh shit, that hurt. Like, look, do you see how hard this is to open? Like, that's the flaw. That's also the flaw of a structured bags that, you know, you have to conform a little bit. So not waterproof. I will tie this together later with vachetta leather and liquid. Also, might as well make the polar bigger, you know, just to fuck with the status quo on the smaller scale. You know, this part though, it would be functional as well. Bigger polar means easier to find. Really hard to pull with one hand. The other hand's got to press down to hold it in place. The zipper, can't do it with one hand. I tried. It's very difficult. You got to hold onto the bag somehow. Otherwise, you cannot zip it up. It's not as smooth. It's rigid, it's high quality, yes, but I wish it was smoother. And look, you can do it with one hand-ish, but still hard. You gotta go like this. Because when you just hold on to it, easy. Though it runs all the way across, the opening is quite small in my opinion. When I take the water bottle in and out, it's a bit of a struggle. This is mainly due to the shape of the bag, but the zipper opening does play a small role. The canvas is also quite rigid, so not a lot to give. Maybe in 2 to 3 years it will be looser, but I don't think I would like that. You know, I like how structured it is. Here's a small detail I love. The tonal stitching near the zipper. This is to help with longevity. As you open and close the bag, it stresses the canvas near there, so this helps relieve the stress and tension. Partially help with the shape as well, I'm sure. Keep it more upright. The stitching is also there to prevent zipper zipper separation. You see it all the time. People are taking their bags in for zipper repair. We put a lot of stress, so the toner stitching is great there. I think LV should use yellow stitching here. Put a spotlight on it. Some people will not know that these stitching on there. Then you can have a line saying, hey, you see this yellow stitching, dummy? Yes, there for a purpose, because we care, unlike you bitches. I told this story in the unboxing, but I stole my sister's bag, keys, and lock when I was young and wore a necklace. It was during this era of fashion, you know. I don't regret it. Felt cool as fuck. Looking back, it's a bit cringe, but that's growth, you know. I love this bow so much. Vachetta leather, that's a good weight to it. Removable, make it a bit more special to the wearer. To the outsider, they probably missed this small detail, but for me, it's lovely. Inspired by LV travel trunk and homage though. There's no screw, so I believe they glue it on there or something. For sure it's not screwed in. The screw at the bottom acts as the legs to lift the bag off the ground to protect from the elements. However, it's a bit too short or too small, so the canvas bag still touches the ground. The legs, they're non-existent, so if this bench was wet, it would have gotten wet. The corner make it look a bit more like a trunk, which I love, and of course the structural shape of the Speedy give off more of that vibe. We kept the plastic on the edges so it doesn't get too many scratches, and we do try to elongate the lifespan because we do love this bag. This skin color that connects the canvas together, I wish it were pink. This color is fine, but pink would have made it so much better. This detail does disturb the cohesiveness of the bag a bit if you look at it long enough. It's not as tan as the other Vachetta leather, very skin color, which is a turn off for me. So here's the measurement of the bag. They are Speedy from nano to 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50. 25 and 30 are the best for normal everyday wears. Anything smaller, it's novelty. Anything bigger, it's too large and look a bit too comical. For this drop, you get the nano, the 25 we got today, and the 30 in black, 20 in the flower motif, micro in the black. The original white multicolor came out in 30 back in 2003. I'm looking to get one, but the condition have to be right, and of course, you know, the price has to be right. I had this dumb idea of making comparison videos, so now my brain can't let that thought go. Now with this segment, I didn't overload the bag. I put enough that you can still comfortably close the bag. It doesn't reshape the bag. It doesn't affect the bag in any way. Now normally I would have put some weird shit in here for comedic sake, but it's really clean, and you know, dirt will be, look at the color. I don't want the dirt, I don't want it to get super dirty. My wife and kids also use the bag, so today we got 2 Maracula, an apple, a bag of bulldog ramen, sunglasses, a standard size water bottle, a perfume bottle, relatively big in my opinion, my phone, AirPods. Now I wasn't trying to be funny with the ramen. My wife took the portable charger. This is a substitute for that. Also, when I get hungry, I do eat ramen raw, and I couldn't find my wallet, but I pay everything with my phone. Replace the apple, maybe for that. Made from 3 canvas, the main sides are connected, the 2 on the sides, or 3 canvas. Coated canvas, but feel like leather and look like leather. The salesperson thought it was leather as well, and I love this. My wife loved this. She is a vegetarian. She doesn't like animal product if she doesn't have to use it. Coated canvas is known for its longevity, hence why you see people wear LV back from the 60s, 70s, and they still look relatively good. The coated canvas doesn't patina like the Vachetta leather. I am not looking forward to the Vachetta leather patina-ing. I get it, it's a novelty idea, it shows that the product has aged, I get that. However, put some chemical in there, make it last forever, it's okay. I really like the color that it is now, which is this beautiful tan color. When it gets really dark, I'm not a big fan of that. When I was younger, I was really into that, but now that I'm older, I don't want my product to show its age. I want it to be, you know, a sign of a well-made product to me is that it will last forever and it stays the same or close to the same as long as possible. Yeah, and you know, with bags, it's not like shoes. You know, you don't want the bag to conform to your body. You want the bag to keep the shape for as long as possible, to keep the color, the material to last as long as possible. Whereas, you know, when you wear boots, you want it to conform to your feet so it's more comfortable. But with a bag, you don't need it to be comfortable. It's comfortable. It's comfortable straight out of the bat. Cow leather, which I like, durable, unlike lamb. Water will do terrible damage to the Vachetta leather. You do all of this work to make the coated canvas as durable as possible, but you leave the leather untreated. It's a bit of a paradox. With the interior, it's Alcantara. You can kind of tell just looking at it. If you touch it, you will know. We recently got the Togo in Alcantara, so trust me when I say it's Alcantara. I was touching that Togo couch in a way it wasn't meant to be touched sexually. If you go into a high-end store, chances are the interior material is Alcantara. It's fake suede essentially. The properties are 68% polyester, 30% polyurethane. On a regular Speedy, I've seen people online say red microfiber, which could also be Alcantara or a brown cotton canvas. Let's choose to believe that the choice of Alcantara has something to do with the bag being $1,000 more than the regular and not just greed. Alcantara is known for its durability, hence why Ligne Roset and high-end cars use them. Alcantara is lighter than suede leather, so that might be a reason why they chose Alcantara over suede leather. When I look up flaws of Alcantara, it's susceptible to oil and liquid and whatnot, so it will stain the material if you get something dirty in there. I just finished eating Subway and I was so self-conscious about how dirty my hand was. Here's how the sandwich looks. They put a lot of sauce. It's very messy, and I was so conscious about my hands. It's not special because obviously, okay, if we're talking value, the jacket costs more than the bag, so it's not the cost. I think it's okay. Probably it's the fact that it's my first day, so I don't want to get it dirty. I feel like once I see a few dirt mark on it, and then I won't be that conscious about it anymore. I would just like, fuck it, it's already dirty. But yeah, here's what I did to alleviate my stress. So what I did was, I put the dust bag that came with it, I put that on the interior. Hopefully you can see it. Let me pull it out. So I put the dust bag in there. So then, you know, because I am planning on buying water bottle, if I put some receipt, it could be dirty. So I mean, look, once I get it dirty, my wife and I was like saying, someone has to go first because that person's gonna get it dirty, and then she can yell at them for getting it dirty instead of her. When I look it up, people say, you know, roughly 25 to 35 colors on the multicolor print. I try to count and I use this scarf so it's a bit easier. White, black, light blue, dark blue, sky blue, navy, light green, dark green, lime, olive, I think, and actual green, yellow, mustard yellow, orange, dark orange, peach, pink, hot pink, magenta, light purple, dark purple, lavender, violet, red, burgundy, maroon, brown, taupe, light gray, dark gray, gold, silver, beige, and turquoise. In Germany, they retail for €2,650, which is roughly $2,800. In the US, it's $3,200, and then you add the tax, which is what, probably $3,600. A regular Speedy costs $1.5K, so roughly $1K more for the Murakami print. Now, one of the reasons why I'm okay with this purchase is it's a collab piece. The price will hold steady or increase. It's only going to get more rare. Market is saturated right now. I think if you want and your local LV isn't selling it to you, buy off the resale, because I think that's the best price you're gonna get. If you give it a year or two, it's gonna get more rare, price will go up. I think for now we decide to keep it, but it has caused a bit of a problem, so who knows. Maybe if people offer me something I can't say no to, I would obviously sell it. If it's a friend that really wants it, I might just sell it for retail so my friend can enjoy the bag. The color white makes it a bit of a problem for me, the Vachetta leather as well, but I do believe these will hold up in value, or appreciate in fact. Probably appreciate a lot because it's such a great collaboration. I wasn't into fashion in around 2005. I was in Cambodia. We just wear fake stuff over there, but it's actually really nice to, you know, we've seen Mean Girl, we've seen Jessica Simpson, we've seen Paris Hilton, we've seen Kim Kardashian. All of the celebrities in the world wore this because the collection was so revolutionary at the time. To have this amazing artist from Japan collaborate with a European heritage brand such as LV. When you wear it and then you compress your hands like this, it feels a bit weird because it feels like you're ruining the shape, but I think they have thought of this because it does come back, you know, just canvas. And, you know, I saw the video about Pharrell talking about the P9. He said about how he wants the bag to be slouchy and not structured.
I hate when they put stuff in here because I always want it to like slouch down. And I know you guys don't want to do that, but look, when have you ever seen a Louis bag do that?
What's it feel like?
Butter. Come on.
I don't like that. I like my bags to have a bit of structure because it shows a bit of quality. I don't want to talk about the P9 right now, but I feel a bit bad whenever I bend it in because like I don't like the slouchy look. Obviously you can compress it really deep, but it feels like you're not supposed to, and it does come back. Look, you can see the shape slowly coming back. When you push it in, the shape kind of comes back. So that's nice. I really like that. I don't have anything to say about the back. This is just a really good view. So I just want to include it in my video. I want to talk about the loudness of this piece. It's white. It's not that small, but it's not that big either. it does draw a bit of attention to itself. Although it could be my outfit, as stated earlier, I've gotten more looks than I had anticipated. I don't know whether it's my outfit or whether it's the bag. I believe it's the bag because mainly the looks I'm getting are from women, like really trendy looking women. You know, the one that wear long coats, Adidas Samas. You know, they know what this is. They know that it had just come out recently. So there's that recency bias that, you know, it just, or is it a mere exposure effect? So there's that aspect. It could be internal, but I don't think so because I have genuinely noticed people staring longer. No one loves leather more than me, but I think as far as practicality goes, this bag is perfect. It's super lightweight. I have a water bottle in there. I have my wallet, I have my phone, my charger, my glasses when I'm not wearing them. So it's really good. I'll weigh it later. It's my first day. I'll weigh it later. I'm sure you guys saw the weight over there. Yeah, you see that? It's super lightweight, right? I didn't really use this too much. Again, I really need my hand free. So I mainly wore it. I wore it like this a lot too, because it's just easier. Because, you know, every few minutes I have to take it off, take it on to record the footage. I don't think I'll record as much on day 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I think I did most of the legwork already. Now it's just finding the really minute details to tell you guys about, but it's gonna be super repetitive. If you're watching this part right now, I recommend skipping the rest of it. My girl and I are all alone today. We're both jobless. I shouldn't be laughing, it's actually a serious matter. It has affected my mental health greatly, so I shouldn't talk about it. But then again, life is not that serious. I'm gonna die anyway. You're gonna die anyway. It's okay. Let's not get existential. The bag, it's beautiful. There was this woman, I think she was about to come up to me and say, "Hi, I like your bags," but then she changed her mind last minute. I don't know. Maybe she's just walking near me for whatever other reason. I really love when she sleeps in my arm. It feels, you know, it feels like she's comfortable with me, I guess. And it's nice. And whenever she sleeps on me, I don't want to move. I'll let my leg go to sleep or my arm get tired, but I don't move until I really, really, really need to, or she wakes up with some other noise, whoever comes home. I catch myself really looking at this bag a lot. When I'm on the train, I'm just like, dude, that is beautiful. My God. The blue, the pink, the yellow, the lila, the grau, the grün, the schweiß, the Weiss, the Gelb, what other color do I know in German? Oranges, I think that's how you say it. You know, I always say I wish I had the life of my dog. I actually do right now. I have a bit more responsibility than her, but again, we stay home, we eat shit poop, watch our show, spend time with the family, and then we go back to sleep. Should we get serious for a second? I am losing a bit of self-respect. Let me expand upon that. I don't feel like I'm myself, or I don't feel as myself as I once was. When I was working, when I was making money, when I was doing something, it felt like I was a better man. Now I feel like a piece of shit a lot of the time, and just because I am. But it has affected me greatly. It always turned existential. I don't know why. I wore it 3-4 more times here and there. Nothing as thorough as the first day. I didn't record anything because the video is too long already. I'm still refining this new process of mine where I record my findings in real time and put it in, because I also use that data to inform earlier segments. So I'm just repeating shit. Give me some time to sort this problem out. Good news though, you guys can skip around. Top 5 collaboration for LV in my opinion. Love the bag, love the fact that I can see it, feel it, and use it, because, you know, I've been looking at this on the internet for so long. It's been 20 years. The collab kind of came out of nowhere, but it's fair for LV and other brands to pull out their big guns. You know, the high fashion slowdown has affected everyone except Hermes, it seems. This collab has definitely brought a lot of goodwill for LV. Video long enough. Goodbye.